Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning, Darth Chaos. Good morning, Manda Joy. How are you doing? I can't hear anything, dude.
It's all your fault, Granddad.
There's sound. Hey, Manda Joy, how are you doing? Doing good. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Life is confusing and weird. All the usual stuff. I've figured out why my allergies are super bad lately. My daughter brought in, filled up a backpack with spore pods, dropped them in the middle of the house and just forgot about them. That was fun. So she's trying to kill me with biological warfare, but you know, other than that, the usual. Besides your headache, you're doing pretty well? Good, good. Sorry about the headaches. Those can get rough. I didn't used to get migraines, but they're a thing now. Oh, anyway, for the YouTube community, hi, I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing more Final Fantasy XIV. The story's really starting to kick off. We're doing dungeons and actually seeing the real storyline. We've hopped into like the joint part where every town joins together and we all do the quest line in this order. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you'll pull through unscathed. Now off you go, old, and good luck. Woo! So we did the Laminson dungeon, and we did the Gridanian dungeon. And let me in to Ul'dah. We're also level 30, which is the level you're supposed to get your like job advancement quest. But since the server has double XP, we're many story quests away from that. So we'll be warriors one day. Right now we're still marauders. Hello. A sting strip? I used to know my way around here. I think I need to take this to the Aetheryte Plaza. Whew. And here we are. Oh, there's an Aetheryte Plaza right here. Or an Aetheryte Shard. So we can get here faster in the future. Ul'dah is a pretty fun starting area. This is where I started last time. I don't know what it is, but I feel more likely to go through the entire thing if I start in Ul'dah. without getting bored. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you mind showing yourself to... Oh, judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Old Sugarheart by any chance? Meown sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Okay. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I'm Papa Sean, formerly of the Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhaps you'd like to apprise Old of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of a clan known as Hecaton Cherries. Hecaton Cheers? Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels of the mines where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities at the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, my lady. The people of that age used Hecaton cherries to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as is oft the way in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecaton cherries, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the giant rock revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tonsies of rock. Tonses. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. They said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. It's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be full of rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God's bless you. I feared you might have some reservations, but I assure you it's for the best. in case you don't know, the Copperbell mines are in West Thanaland. Do take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Okay. Shun, welcome. You popped in during the beginning of that speech. Oh, he's here staring at the back of my head. How disconcerting. Let's see. Painted Mesa. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You got guts, mate. I just hope you got the skills to go with them. 'Cause things ain't pretty down there. The Hecaton Sherries left the place in a right state nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young. It was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials we need for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for the want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nations rests with you, friend. Best of luck. Alright, I'll squash the unionizing. I see you. I get it. Alright. Now, about the Copperbell mines, where the heck is it? It is. Is that just like immediately outside? It kind of looks like it. Is there a label on the land here? Ah, this way. I get it. I was looking at the non-land part as land. Come on, close the journal. I love playing with a controller, but sometimes you just forget or don't know how to like click on certain menu options. Like the battle section's great, but then, you know, something pops up on your screen, you're like, get rid of that. And the game's like, nah. I'll get used to it eventually. I imagine it's gotta be real frustrating for like console players who don't really have a choice in the matter. Alright, over the bridge. And then wander off into the woods. Or the desert equivalent of the woods. The wastes? I am not one for the desert myself. Only thing I think it has going good for it is the lack of humidity. This seems like a very obvious path to the mines. Like, I live in the bayou now, and it might be a little bit worse in terms of miserable heat. I mean, the complete lack of water is another danger all in itself, I suppose. Wow. So, Stone Torch, huh? I don't think they're mentioned, like, much throughout the story, but look at the cool armor on this guy. Like, normally it's the... what do they call them? The brass blades? And they look lame. There's been an incident inside Copperbell mines. We're here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who's volunteered to quell the hecaton cherries. Well, I don't think that Papa Sean would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. Ote. And in we go with the NPCs. Just a reminder, we're doing all the main story dungeons anti-socially, so we can really take our time and look around, see the environment, and we don't have to worry about the anxiety of messing up mechanics and letting people down. Now granted, in like the first couple of expansions, it's basically no way to fail these things. I say that, but that's not true. I'm sure I could fail these if I really tried. The door is locked tight. Hey, a key. Excuse me. Alright, everybody on the elevator. Please? Alright, well, I'll go on without you. Good luck. I mean, we're really testing the AI here. I assume they'll teleport down here. Thank you. So, smash. Here, let me kick these guys off too. I think the NPC healer has infinite mana. Not sure where I'm going. I'm just going to pop into every little corner. Gonna get the Mapping the Realm achievement. for Copperbell mines. Oop. You know what? I'm gonna just keep walking. Just want to push the boundaries slightly. Hecaton chair, stone hauler, huh? So here's what the giants look like. Oh yeah, it doesn't seem like I can pull too much with these healers. Or with this healer, rather. I could always use my mitigation, but that would be thinking. Oop. Oh, I'm hurt. Keep healing. Don't stop healing. All mitigation out. Whew. Alright, I'll slow it down. Feel like I'm supposed to go in here though. Oh, I don't have my third hit in the combo. I was gonna try the part where I heal myself. Fire sand. I believe this is important. Yeah. I gotta remember my... What is this? I don't remember the boss having attacks and techniques. Not that this is even the boss. This is like some kind of mid-boss fight. Alright. Now even as a tank, you get out of this and you throw your tomahawks at him. Or your tomahawk equivalent. Basically, every tank plays the exact same. As far as I'm aware, they've all got like a slight gimmick. Yeah, go ahead. Hit me with the tank buster. Is that what that is? Parried 15% of it. I'm not sure what that means. Finish him with the tomahawk. Hooah! Yeah. Yeah. Dead. Bow Striker's mitts, do they fit? They don't. Okay. I got the Foe Striker tabard. Oh man. I want to wear the Foe Striking set. Ooh, treasure. Ethereal brass wristlets. That sounds nice too. But I can't wear those? Why can't I wear those? I mean, it looks cool. I mean, I'm wearing them. It seemed to be an improvement, just not like an armor improvement. Don't know why that didn't automatically pop onto me. Powder chamber. I don't suppose I have enough, right? Cool. So I need a couple of baggies. I thought that said fragrant soul, and I was like, oh man, I wish my soul was fragrant. My soul smells terrible. You die. Oh, the bomb is made out of fire sand. Neat. Made that take longer than it should by not targeting the same guy as my friends. But treasure. Yar. I already possess a pair of Acolyte's half gloves. Okay. Take that, Shaft E1. Get blasted. More fire sand. Feels like it could be necessary. Now there was a gimmick here. I just can't remember what it was. Oh, those aren't enemies I can fight, huh? guys cool, NPCs. You just don't worry about me. Whenever there's an AoE, just stand aside. Don't do any more actions. I'll be fine. Maybe if I went to the other side where the healer was, I kind of doubt it. Hello, healer. Look at me. Since you're not doing anything, maybe a little healy beat? A healy dealy? Plundered curious. I'm curious. Nope. Can't wear it. And it wants to get rid of my cooler bracelet. Maybe it knows something that I don't. Maybe it's just like, listen, all of these are equally garbage. You know, as easy as the starting dungeons are, I feel like this is a little harder than I imagined. Like, I feel like I might be in genuine danger if I didn't use my mitigations right. Not for, like, any good reason, but just because the AI doesn't seem that concerned with keeping me alive. Come on, Stony Boy. Let's all hang out. Over here. Point their butts at the party. So that when one of them does those cone AoEs, everybody is safe. Maybe the AI deliberately acts bad in some situations. Like give like the impression of danger, you know what I mean? Like maybe if I stepped up the danger, they'd step up the healing. I gotta say, I'm not feeling it. Good morning, old man Sugarheart. How am I? I'm doing okay. Got assigned on a special task force at work. As you may know, my job is writing financial software. And the government had a regulation that we're just now finding out about. And if we don't, comply with the regulation, the entire company can't do the business that it do. And so, wait, how did I get back here? Interesting. Is this a loop? Or, I was supposed to sneak into the little crevice over here, wasn't I? Treasure. Oh, yeah, but they're like, hey, this thing is super important. We need somebody to send documents to an API. And I'm like, are the documents already in the format they need to be? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, and we've got 4 months to do this? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, we might be able to get this done in like a few days. Like, I wouldn't tell them that, but you know, just in case something goes wrong, and something will go wrong. This is going to be the easiest victory in the world. And I can use it to my advantage. Masters must pay, masters must die. Never again, never! Whack. Right? Like, I'm going to use this to my advantage all day. They're going to be like, hey, business is bad. We don't think you're going to get a raise this year. And I'll be like, remember that time I saved the entire company from going out of business? Be ashamed if next time I didn't. At least it's not hard. Yeah, I love it. Like, it's never real hard. Everyone talks like programming is a super complicated thing, but like 90% of the time, somebody's just like, we want to take data, move it from here to there. This is the hardest thing you've ever heard of. Clearly, it's going to take revolutionary technology. Like, the biggest problem I have is dealing with other developers who want to make things so complicated. They're like, we're going to have to do this new hot architecture, and we're going to have to adhere to these complex design patterns. Like, no, we need to grab the data, send it to the data point. Do you think anything could be simple to understand with the correct teacher, right? I used to do interviews at my company, and they made me stop because I approved everyone. And they're like, why do you keep approving everybody? We don't want to hire everybody. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, I genuinely think anybody can do this job. Like, yeah, that guy doesn't know anything, but he seemed willing to learn. I like the cut of his jib. And they're like, you like the cut of everyone's jib. And I'm like, true. Everyone's got real nice jibs around here. What do you want? People stop having such nice jibs, I wouldn't be liking the cut of all of them. He probably would have been the best person, right? One of the people I approved, even though they had like no technical skills, still works there. After like 10 years. So I'm like, see, anybody can do this shit. All work is meaningless. This is pointless for everybody. Commence battle for into Copperbell. What? Do you work with the giants? Okay. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Sean the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to... Oh, hey, kitty. You'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you arrive... see you alive and in one piece. Okay. No! Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with me own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford a maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know? Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. You agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require. The authorities needn't hear of your crime. Yeah, that's hilarious, isn't it? But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. What's up? Who the hells are you? Sorry. Who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? What? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. Maybe this is why I like adventuring in Ul'dah so much. It filled me with righteous rage. Or raid. Not bad for an adventurer. Am I healing naturally faster than you can hurt me? Here, get a kick in the head. Bugger, 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 bugger. Doink. That was pretty weak sauce. Where's the lady? She could have taken them. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. But I haven't finished murdering them yet. They're still alive. I've done it wrong. I'd swear if there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. It's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While the number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. Residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yeah. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes that fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? May well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you know coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you, madam. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end of misery and the suffering. Man, that's the politest discourse of refugee plight I've ever heard. Like in real life. Refugee talks are hardly that docile. Anyway, let's forget about real life and keep playing a video game. Sir, are you alright? Oh, hallucinating. Happens after I kill big things after, you know, it happens. What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? You saw her buy the meat, you said? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Oh, even the cat girls have rallied against you, man. You got no luck here. Yeah, I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless ye, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. Kenshin! Thank you for the raid. How are you doing, Kenshin? Ever the selfless hero, I see. It's been a while, adventurer. I've been watching you closely ever since you flew out of Limsa Lominsa. You discharged your duty as the Admiral's personal envoy with admirable humility, and you've displayed unfaltering courage in the face of danger ever since. Whensoever you came upon those in need, you gave them succor with no thought of personal gain. In summary, you demonstrated all the qualities we seek in an adventurer. For reasons I cannot well explain, your every deed seems invariably to serve the general good, whether you mean it to or not. It is a happy knack, and one that speaks volumes of your character. Yet, for all your admirable qualities, it is your gift which intrigues me the most. I speak of the visions you experience, visions like the one you had mere moments ago, if I'm not mistaken. I can provide you with the means to understand them. An acquaintance of mine is blessed with the self-same talent, you see. If you so desire, I can introduce you to her. She and I fought for a common cause, a cause which would greatly benefit from your support. If you would agree to lend us your strength, we should be glad to do all within our power to aid you in your personal endeavors. Got a raid and run, food time, have a good stream? Of course, Kenshin, I hope you had a great stream and I hope you have a great night. For anyone who doesn't know Kenshin, they're usually playing something cool. They tend to favor like survival crafting and like just casual vibey games, it seems. Like they play some of the more intense stuff, but mostly cool survival crafty stuff. So give them a check out. Stream Elements should have shouted them out. A thing on my offer wire should you decide to accept it. Pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a close friend and ally of ours. Inform her that you have been chosen by the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and she will tell you where to find us. Woo. Hello everybody who came in on the raid. I wanted to read that little story bit before I said hi to everybody properly. But I had to stop to wish Kenshin a happy meal and probably sleep time. I think he's in the US, which means he stays up till 5:30 in the morning every single day to play video games, and I respect it. I really do. Anyone who may not have heard of me, I'm Old Man Sugarheart. I'm a variety streamer. I play many, many games. I upload them to YouTube as well for anything you may have missed. Currently we're playing Final Fantasy XIV, Dave the Diver, and Love Ghosty. They're pretty good, but I think I need to throw some more popular games in the mix sometime. There's some good ones out there. Fields of Mystria seems to be a huge hit. We might try that one soon. Once Human's also fun. I'm actually pretty excited for a lot of games that are coming out. Gamescom recently started. They announced a ton of things and I added like 7 to my wish list. It's gonna be a good year for games. I feel it. Scenes like that are becoming even more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing the gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Same. Old. Sorry to keep you waiting. Was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you've been hard at it with the giants in the dark. Your every ilm the adventurer meowed said you'd be old. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Oh, hey, it's her. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name's Edda, and I'm an adventurer like you. I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see? An adventurer's adventurer. And swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the man you are and all you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and start training anew. I wanted to meet you first to ask your name. Old Sugarheart. I shan't forget. Thank you, old Sugarheart. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. I think we will meet again. Adventure can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after y'all. But against my better judgment, I've decided to accept the post. And I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, old. What did you say? You want to know more about the 7 scions of the 7th Dawn? They're beginning to move in the earnest then. Listen, old, the scions ain't no ordinary folk. The work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well of how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Okay. And they will give me worse gloves. Cool. So you do want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise, I swear. If I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on the other, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being old Don. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether or not you can trust these scions of the 7th Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, old. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the scions, but first you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in the western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Waking Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a man in demand, old, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them, as I has helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Words. Words, words. Alright, go to the Waking Sands in Vesper Bay. There's gotta be a chocobo that goes there, right? Check the map. Western Thanalan. Hey, Chocobo Keep. You take me to Vesper Bay? Right, traveler. Might I interest you in a Chocobo Porter? Ah, don't tell me this is your first time here. You go to Horizon. That sounds awful. We'll walk there the first time, but... Now, wait a minute. Yeah, they didn't actually give me the things. Oh, but somebody did give me a cheesecake the other day. I shall eat this. Is there a Chocobo Porter at this side? Nah? Alright. We're walking. I wouldn't mind if the sun rose. I mean, it's the desert. Maybe I would mind. I just think the land looks a lot cooler in the daylight. There are some games that like actually use real time. I can't think of them at the moment, but they always bothered me. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm constantly playing in the middle of the night. And the idea that I can't see daylight even in the middle of a video game is kind of annoying. I think Animal Crossing was like that, if I remember. All the villagers would be asleep. I never played the new Animal Crossing. I've even forgotten what it's called. Wild something? No, New Horizons. That's the new one. Wild was the one I played for the Nintendo DS. It was a good time. I actually got a little obsessed with that one. I got every kind of fruit. Filled out the museum completely. It was a good time. Mastered the stock market. Hey. There's a chocobo keep here. I should touch him. Are you the chocobo keep, Chalupa? Nah, it's you. Aw. You're adorable. Alright, and then we hustle down here. I hope Vesper Bay actually has a chocobo keep. I can't remember. I think they have like a ferry or something. Or some kind of boat. One of them ocean ferries. Nunu Zofu. Adorable names. These level 13 monsters. Here I am, level 33. Doing my business. Rawr. Real battle boosted my HP up to 1400. How much is it when that wears off? 1167. Neat. Whew. Alright. They're like, yeah, there's no Aetheryte Plaza. Of course there isn't. No chocobos. And there's a boat. Is this the building? Yes. It's all coming back to me. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above, to quench my thirst for you. Trollololololololo. Did I nail it? I feel like I nailed it. Ooh ah! I would thank you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to. I have pertinent business here. Here at the behest of Y'shtola. My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Old. Old Sugarheart. Old Sugarheart. Yeah, here you are. I did bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Cyanthud 7 Dawn. My name is Tataru. I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you're old Sugarheart. Tataru has sent word that you arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Money. I will go in for money.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Ooh, voices.
Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the 7th Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Yes, every night for like 8 hours.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I, too, possess the Echo.
Neat.
With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Okay. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies. And to add a word from me, they will gladly afford you a certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They're individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. Never actually used them. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. Pleasure's mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you're entitled to employ the services of a retainer. I'll need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement. Believe me when I say that retainers will provide invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Literally never used one. Let this gesture serve as an evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which will serve the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me. But it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now that you know our purpose and what we can offer you, I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to your decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. Okay. Woo! We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Hello, Nerdy Zoros. How are you doing? Long have we striven to find the lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire yourself, nor what it was that brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, old. What will you say? I will go whither the wild rose blooms? You're good, how am I?
I take it
I'm
you will
great.
help us. Wonderful. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt Minfilia.
But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Charlian ring any bells?
You're new to Final Fantasy XIV, or am I new to Final Fantasy XIV? I'm not. I haven't gotten very far in it, but I'm not new. Whoops.
It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlians were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now.
Neat.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The...
Hello
Oops.
there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. I have been expecting you. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina & Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Oh.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
All right. Okay, so the question was asked, am I new to Final Fantasy XIV? The answer is no. I got the collector's edition 14 years ago. And played it even before the realm was reborn. That said, I've never made it past a sprout, I don't think. I forget when the sprout, finally sprouts. But I want to say it's sometime after Heavensward, probably after Stormblood. I've beaten Heavensward, and that's about as far as I've gotten. I've enjoyed it, but, like, what keeps me from going forward is I would get to, like, a dungeon part of the main story quest. And then, in order to not let my friends down, what I would do is I would study and study how to beat the dungeon before, like, going into it. And the mechanics got a little more and more complicated, and, like, none of these dungeons were really, like, so hard I couldn't beat them. And, like, I'd probably beat them first try, not even knowing the mechanics. And even if I didn't know the mechanics, someone would teach them to you. But, like, I still don't want to be the reason, like, a dungeon fails. Feel like I'm letting people down or, ruining their experience. And so, yeah. I do not... I would do that until I got to the point where I'd get bored and didn't want to play anymore. But, in a recent patch, I want to say like 6.5 or something, they made it so that the entire main story quest, you could queue any dungeon with NPCs. And so now I don't need to know the mechanics before, like, trying them for the first time. I'll just hop in and fail them. And I'm excited for that. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission to investigate the crystal robbery and the spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make are in revelation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay. Alright, while in the neighborhood, like, I'm not going to venture off from the main storyline often. There is one quest that is very, very important here. I believe you've got it? If I had a glamour. Oh dear, dear, dear. This'll never do. My sense of aesthetics simply won't allow it. How can you go out dressed like that? My dear, if only you'd spared a thought for style or coordination. I hope your guard holds up during a scuffle, because there's little else going for it. That's it. I made up my mind. From this day forth, I'll take it upon myself to save you from any more fashion disasters. I see. So much needs to be addressed. Where to even begin? Be a dear and get me a drink. I'm feeling rather parched. And this is a matter best discussed over a glass of something cold. Just go to the pissed piece and ask Folkland some blood orange juice. And tell her to make sure there's no pulp in it. Now off you go. Alright, where's Folkland? Howdy. Oh, Swirglum sent you, did she? That woman. Never known anyone so lazy. Would it kill her to come and get it herself? Here you are. And you shouldn't let her push you around, you know? Give her an ilm and she'll take a malm. If I knew what either of those were, I'd be concerned. So how's that drink going? Yeah, here you go. Now teach me how to dress. Oh, delicious. Nothing better on a hot day. Some say I have expensive taste, but life's too short to settle for second best. Of course, this extends to my choice in wardrobe, too. None of your colors match, madam. Now that I'm feeling refreshed, shall we get started? Do you know, dear, that you'd look a lot less drab if you knew how to apply glamours? What's a glamour, you ask? Well, they use a glamour prism as a catalyst to project an image over one item onto another. It's just an illusion, mind, but very convincing. This means that the original object stays essentially the same. It just takes on a new appearance. That's all. Remember, if you fancy a change, you don't have to stick with the same glamour, just apply one on top of the other. Or use a glamour dispeller to return the object to normal. Why sacrifice style for such humdrum trifles as durability or protection from bodily harm? Limitless possibilities for self-expression are just a couple glamours away. Go ahead, give it a try. And do make it quick, dear. For my sake, I'm finding your uninspired attire more and more offensive with each passing moment. Honestly, I don't think I look that bad. Glamours are now available. Glamour dressers and in-rooms are now available. You may use dressers to transform items into glamours and create ensembles for quick and easy use. What else do you have? Do I have to do this? Color your world in order to do dyes at all? Oh, I guess I do. Yeah, okay, that's important. So we'll do this one too. You there, yes, you! The decisively unfashionable adventurer. Gods be good, never in my life have I seen such an unapologetic focus on function at the extreme cost of form. The mere sight of you fair makes my eyes bleed. As a lover of all things aesthetically pleasing, I cannot in good conscience allow you to keep roaming the realm in that sorry state. I believe your appearance can yet be salvaged through the use of color. I will teach you how to go about dyeing your outfit, but first I must have a drink. The heat has given me a vicious thirst, and I won't be able to talk for any length of time. Be a dear and buy me a bottle of orange juice at the stall by the northern gates, would you? Once I have moistened my throat, we shall see to this business of remedying your appearance. A stall by the northern gate. Is that stall not here? Surely oh, hey, a chocobo keep. You are also important. The northern gate. She couldn't possibly mean the northern gate of Ul'dah, could she? Oh, and there's a Fundender over here, right? No? But, yeah. Orange juice. Armor? Here's a gate. Yo, you got orange juice? Oh, yeah. That quest could be confusing for some. There are a lot of northern gates. Pray tell, have you bought my orange juice? Lest you have forgotten, the merchant who sells it can be found just inside the northern gates. Okay. Whew, that's a relief. Finally, I can teach you how to bring color into your life. Listen well. There are handy items called colorants, which allow folk to dye their outfits in a veritable rainbow of colors. These colorants are so simple to use. Adventurers have no excuse not to be fashion unconscious. Unless you worry that dyeing will affect your garment's precious properties, you may rest assured it will not. The practicality you adventurers love so much will not suffer from a change in appearance, a change for the better. Should also gladden you to know that garments can be dyed repeatedly, so there's no fear of getting locked into one color. That garish pink that seemed like such a wonderful idea after a dozen glasses of red can be undone. And that is all you need to know about dyeing gear. Now, what are you waiting for? Go out there and bring some color to your life. Okay. Alright. So, where is Camp Drybone? We're going back to the main story. I won't let you guys suffer while I try to find a perfect outfit. Your time is too valuable for that kind of nonsense. Eastern Thanalan. And I am on the moon. Shoot, I think I go to Ul'dah and then head that way? I think. Alright. Let me go ahead and chocobo off in that direction. Yeah. Anything that isn't vital to the main story, I will save for off stream. I'll do job quests in like the main playthrough, but as far as like spending an hour and a half trying to find the perfect glamour, I'll spare you from that. We're also going to change jobs at some point. Like when we get into Heaven's Ward, we're gonna change to Astrologian. Astrologian? Astrologian. Those things. And, yeah. I believe I have to do some level grinding with that. I may do that off stream to spare you from that, too. Because I'm not sure how much you care about watching me just, like, run daily dungeons. This is meant to be a movie through, like, the main storyline. And so I won't force you to suffer unless I have to. That said, you will notice I'm making you watch a chocobo ride through the entire city. I am going to continue to do that to you. It's part of the joy of the main quest. This is an unabridged main story quest. I hope you keep in mind that there are tons and tons of other things to do. Like there's all sorts of like blue quests that like give you very important features in the game. Things that make your life easier. Come to think of it, is there one that lets me use a mount? Because if that's the case, I probably have to do that one too at some point. I can't remember if that's just something that happens naturally through the main story quest or what. Like this one. I believe this guy unlocks the golden saucer, which is one of my favorite parts of the game. Like you basically unlock a casino and then you go do all sorts of wacky nonsense. Like chocobo racing and card games and those little platforming puzzles. It's just a ton of fun. I love the golden saucer. May I interest you in a chocobo porter? Yes. Horizon or Vesper Bay? Now, I don't know where Horizon is. I hope that's on the way. But I should walk just to make sure. That's okay, you like the scenic route? I like the scenic route too. Honestly, this game has aged very well. Sometimes I try to go back and play other games and, or other old MMOs. Like, I'll have some kind of nostalgic desire to go back and play EverQuest, and then I look at EverQuest and I'm like, you know what, never mind. Even World of Warcraft feels pretty drab after all this time. Although I've heard it's gotten a lot better. I thought about doing a hardcore run. Just see how far we got before we died. I think that could be fun. I thought about doing a hardcore playthrough of this when I was thinking of stream ideas. Just go until I die in this game and be like, oh, that's it, adventure over. Though given that the main story is 360 hours long, I'm bound to die at one point, and it would be very disappointing if it was at like hour 120. I'm at adventure. May I interest you in a chocobo porter? Yes. Now let's attune to this aetheryte. Where am I? Not Camp Drybone. That's for sure. Hey, Chocobo Porter, do you go to Camp Drybone, or do I have to unlock it? I have to unlock it. Okay. Back to running. In a different direction, I think. Oh, Eastern Thanalan. We shall head east. This seems like the way. Always feels bad to like wander off into a dirt road. Who's that guy? Avjang. He's cute. I know a lot of my viewers aren't in the US. The US is huge. Whenever I'm driving around and I hit a dirt road, I'm like, oh, this is uncharted territory. No one's been here in hundreds of years. Now, I used to live off on one of those dirt roads. But nowadays, like, if I hit dirt, I'm like, oh, I am definitely lost. Mapping the realm Eastern Thanalan. I guess it's just one big chunk, so I got the achievement just for showing up. Okay. Did the sun set already? I feel like it was barely up at all. I spent like the entire day listening to Minfilia's speech. Oop. Ah, my legs. There's a chocobo porter around here too. Where are you? I jumped down to break my legs for no reason. There you are. Now whenever we need to, you can take the chocobo here. Break my legs again. Hi, I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. It seems like we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely returned. Okay. Now, how much time we got? We got 10 minutes. I think I can do another quest or two, depending on how quick they are. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all of this. You will do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their candle cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama Landama. Saint Adama Landama? Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Any poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent. I know not if the Amalja still linger. Would you secure the remains for me, friend? You'll find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may come to learn something about what the Amalja seek in this area. Bodies that have hit the floor? Also, Manda Joy. It's really cool that you've been here this entire time. I want to say that I appreciate the lurkers. I feel like 90% of my community is lurkers, and that's great. I'm a lurker myself. And I just want you to know, I like having you here. Oh. Hello there. I expected that to be harder than it was. Retrieve ripe corpses. That's on my grocery list as well. Get to work around the time you hop on, so it's a nice stress-free start to your day to have you on in the background. Awesome. That's how I used to start my day too. I'd put a streamer on one monitor and then I'd play video games on the other. It's a nice way to get ready for the day. It's good to see you return. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Yeah, here's a pile of bodies. If the body is given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. I sense there's more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total's too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn that they had another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day, and even if one were among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? We could ask. Yeah, we got time for another. Goat skin pot helm. Ah, more bad hats. Cool. Let's say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves. May be among them that we find the reasons for the vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungust He was born here in Drybone and grew up near the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Quaffing? I think it's quaffing. Here, nah, it's quaffing. It's gotta be quaffing, right? Here, I'll write a note for you to show him. Else, he's not like to speak to you. And away we quaff. Did I touch this? I did touch this. Oh, it's this guy. Belch. Well, gods be damned. You're the bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. What the seven hells do you want from me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Here's Eisenbard. Folk around here, as wary as they come, they'll turn tail and run if so much as a wind passes nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances. You can go talk to him yourself if you don't believe me. Okay. Hungry beggar. Please, sir, just leave me be. That's not very good hungry begging. What about you? I've nothing to say but this. Tha'll take who or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. Is that a short joke? What do you want from me? I don't know anything. I swear, please don't kill me. Okay. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. Yep. There's been a talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. I do. Lots of cat girls in Costa del Sol. In fact, I don't see any cat girls around here. Welcome back, old. You learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought to me occurred. A thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if you speak freely to their gods, perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy might know something of use. Okay. Wow, terrible clothes. Okay. How much time we got? What time is it? We got 2 minutes. We can do this. If we would know what the common folks speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Lundama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid quest, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquise. He tends to the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. Okay. But do you have the Prime shipping? I got that Prime shipping. I mostly got Amazon Prime so I could subscribe to other people for free on Twitch. Oh, that's my alarm telling me I gotta go. Ignoring it. My kids need the sleep. Even though I gotta get them to school. Marquez. I am Marquez, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. If you seek a place of burial, there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest up there. Marquez. I am Marquez Valdez. And I am running for prez. Hang on. Is that the ridge? Is that where I'm going? Is it up here? Come on now, how do I get on the ridge? Is this not the ridge? Why am I having such a difficult time? Hustle, hustle, hustle. There we go. Here's a little ramp. Right? Have I completely lost my mind? Up here? Marquez Valdez, could you give me better directions? Is this a sneaky little path? It is. Man. How much money did this guy have to get such a cool grave site? Like literally the only guy up here. Bury the embalmed corpse. Alright. I'll just drop these 3 rocks on it. Good enough. It is done. May they walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But our sister Orson can. She's been kind to me. Everyone's been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me, you'll find Sister Orson within these walls. Orson walls. Did she write 1984? I hear you have done us a service by burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard the next you see him. Huh? You seek knowledge of the missing Dry Bones inhabitants? It's true, I'm closer to the people than any other in the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper Thal, I'm the medium in which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I'll be sure to inform them. Sure to share the information with you. Only wish Marquez would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed. He seems now to prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquez, and soon. By Marquez. I shall return to Isambard. We're taking the bodies to Isambard. That's an old reference. Thank you, Old. A burial is no easy thing. Even though when the departed is a stranger, were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Old? Thancred. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service of the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. It would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquez. I swear to the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. Money. Alright, I've got to get the kids to school, and so I'm going to call it here for now. I will be back, and maybe I will have applied some glamour, so I look... I don't know, I actually look pretty good right now. Like, I'm not overpronounced with color. I feel handsome. I look handsome, but I could look more handsome. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you tomorrow. I believe we're playing Love Ghosty. And we're almost done with it. It's kind of a short game. It was fun while it lasted, so if you're looking for a cozy game where you can, I don't know, make animals make out in cute dates, that's a decent one. Aren't many interspecies dating, not even a dating sim, matchmaking sim. But, you know, we all have our fetishes, and I won't judge. I'll just show you mine in public, constantly. Thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Now stick around, and we will find somebody to raid. But whom? Who is streaming? Riri is playing Cuisinier again. I do love that game. Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna raid Riri for the 3rd time in a row. She's been a good raiding victim, you know? She's always playing something cozy or cool, and she's always super polite. I like her. So she gets the raid. Also, Cuisinier is awesome. Bye, everybody!